The Liberty University women's basketball team is headed to the NCAA tournament for the 16th time in the last 19 seasons. This week's York Report introduces us to the multi-talented point guard that's helping lead the way.
Tradition never graduates. Once you win one, you want another. No few words mean more to a group of individuals than they do to the Liberty Flames women's basketball team. Competing is just not good enough for them, but rather winning championships has become the standard, and failing to do so leaves an empty pit in the bottom of their stomachs. One player that personifies this desire to win is guard Sadalia Ellis. The junior from Houston, Texas has now been a part of Big South title teams in 2 of her 3 seasons. And the one that got away in 2014 fueled the Flames' passion to win it again in 2015.
You know, once you cut down the net and you play that last game and you hear the buzzer go off and you know that you won, it's kind of like, whew, there's the 22 test and the mile run test and, you know, waking up in the morning, it's all worth it at the end rather than losing and it's like, we lost and we just lost last year and it was just great to win.
Ellis is the Flames' starting point guard and plays with an aplomb, disregarding the gravity of the moment, a trait she says was passed down to her from her mom.
Definitely my mom, because my dad's more of the passionate type, and my mom is just even killed about everything. She's pretty emotional too, though, so I don't really know. I don't know who I get it from. I would say more my mom than my dad, if anything.
She's great. She just runs the team very well. She's always looking to push the tempo, get people open. She does a good job balancing scoring the basketball, and then whenever people start collapsing on her, dishing it out and looking out for her teammates. She's also really funny off the court, you know, always looking to have a good time.
And having a good time was never more evident than this past weekend at the Big South Championships when Ellis spontaneously got a piggyback ride from tournament MVP Ashley Reininger after their semifinal win over Campbell.
It was halfway fun and games and halfway like I have been cramping bad during that little span, so I was like, you know what, I'm really light and I'm pretty sure Ash should give me a piggyback ride. And so I was like, Ash, what would you do if I jumped on your back right now? She's like, oh, nothing, I'll carry you. So I was like, okay. So I just jumped on her back.
Yeah, that was something that just kind of happened. We were walking back from press interviews after the game, and she was like, what would happen if I just jumped on your back? And I was like, I don't know, go for it, I don't care. So she just jumped on up and just walked away. So.
The jump was a warm-up for Ellis, who also competes in the high jump for the outdoor track and field team. Ellis says she thought a little bit about doing both in college, but it didn't come to fruition until an email from track coach Brant Tolsma.
Track was in the back of my mind, but it didn't start really becoming a reality till Coach Tolsma emailed me, and he was just like, we would love for you to come and join the track team. And I was like, well, you gotta get in contact with Coach Green, because I don't know how it works being a freshman in college and you basketball scholarship and the track coach wants you to play or jump. And it was just kind of like Coach Green called me in the office and he was like, you can do both. And I was like, yes, I can do both.
Well, if they have an interest, especially if they're that high level of an athlete, that's who we would love to have on our team, the highest level athlete we possibly can. With
so little time on her hands due to athletics and academics, Ellis tips her cap to a cadre of people to help her with her time management.
Well, thankfully we have some great academic coordinators, and, you know, I have 4 hours of study hall and that helps, you know, and it's just time management, you know. You can't really just go out and hang out. Rather than hanging out, I go and maybe study a little bit, do some homework, and then go into the next workout. It's actually not as hard as people think, you know. They kind of set out time for you to get all that done.
For Game On, I'm Alan York.